In our previous video, we talked about money and inflation. We noted that if new money that the Fed injects into the economy finances the production and provision of new goods and services, it does not cause inflation. That's because inflation is a relation between the money supply and the goods and services supply. More production allows for more money, because more production means more goods and services to absorb the money. We get inflation, too much money chasing too few goods, when we put out more money without putting out more goods. That is what happens when Fed money goes to Wall Street, where nothing new is produced, but instead pre-existing assets are simply chased by more money. That is why Wall Street is always inflating, even hyperinflating. Those Wall Street inflations are what we call bubbles. This raises a very important policy question. If we want new money to flow not to Wall Street speculation, but to Main Street production, and hence not to fuel asset inflation, but real wealth creation, shouldn't we redirect the money the Fed creates? Shouldn't we aim it at Main Street, not Wall Street? We think the answer is yes. And it's not hard to see why. Here's the key. One way the Fed assists the private sector investment process is by buying loans off the books of banks. When the Fed does this, it effectively repays the borrower's loan from the bank and becomes the new lender itself. The Fed won't buy just any loans, however. It imposes conditions on what loans it will buy. And here is the key to making Fed money productive. Currently, the only conditions the Fed imposes on what loans it will buy are safety and profitability conditions. In other words, all the Fed asks of the banks before buying their loans is that they are likely to pay what is owed. The Fed pays little attention to what the loan money is actually spent on, whether it's productive or merely speculative. But this means a Wall Street speculator with a profitable betting record is as eligible for Fed money as is a productive entrepreneur with a great new technology. In fact, the speculator might even be more eligible if he tends to make higher short-term profits than does the tech entrepreneur. That is why Fed money now inflates bubbles on Wall Street, even while doing little for the real productive economy. But here, you see, is how the Fed can make lending more productive and not speculative. All it has to do is add another condition that must be met by the loans it will buy. We'll explain how to do that in our next video.